How many of you know God has been faithful? Are you sure? If you know God has been faithful, can you give God a rainy clap? Can you give God a rainy clap? Can you give him a rainy clap? Can you give? Don't stop clapping. If God has been faithful and has not been wicked, can you give God a rainy clap? Can you give God a rainy clap? Can you give him 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 a rainy clap? Can you give God a clap and a shout? Can you give God a clap and a shout? Can you give God a clap and a shout? Can you jump for God? Can you jump for God? Can you give God a shout? 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 Look at your neighbor, eyeball to eyeball. Say, neighbor, I am too grace to be disgraced. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, I am too selected to be molested. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, neighbor, I am too surrounded to be assassinated. Look at your neighbor, say, nene, I am too packaged to be leaked. Look at your neighbor, say, nene, I am too righteous to miss rapture. If your neighbor is too gentle, change neighbor. Look at your neighbor, say, nene, I am too loaded to be coded. Look at your neighbor, say, nene, I am too loaded to be wasted. Look at your neighbor, say, nene, I am too loaded to be molested. Look at your neighbor, say, nene, I am too loaded to be frustrated. Look at your neighbor, say, nene, Omega will make me mega. Look at your neighbor, say, nene, my God not they carry dread. When he speak, the universe they dread. Look at your neighbor, say, nene, my God does not need bandit yam to remain I am that I am. Look at your neighbor, say, nene, my God is a kueme. He not they commit arueme. Look at your neighbor, say, nene, in the journey of life, no matter the kilometer, now it be my speedometer, where they help me cover parameter, even when I not drink action bitter. Look at your neighbor, say, nene, my God is a bubetike. He not they grow old like tontotike. Look at your neighbor, say, nene, my God does not take ogogoro, yet he remain ogogo. Look at your neighbor, say, nene, my God is a badaduru. Another hear your voice, say, neighbor, I am too surrounded to be assassinated. Look at your neighbor, say, nene. Another hear your voice, say, neighbor, take your seat. Just this back, press that one first. Or you play it. If I just do you like this, you start. Do you understand? How many of you know God has been faithful? Huh? Has he been wicked? So as I adore him, we are doing it together. As I give him praise. How many of you know that praise is a weapon of, a shout is a weapon of praise? So as I'm calling his name, all you just do for me is to shout. I don't know about you, but in the highway, I call God a bubetike that cannot be compared with Tontodike. I call him a kueme that does not commit arueme, osamo buanede that cannot be compared with Soniade, Obe Berame that is too pataki to be compared with Oba Oforame. Kabi Esi that is not on WhatsApp, yet he knows what's up. Bubetike that does not rub pancake on Mary Kay, yet he make life sweeter than sugar cane. He does not need pandetian to remain a am that I am. The God that does not use walking stick or shaving stick, yet he does not tremble in storm like Iroko stick. In the journey of life, is the God of the galaxy. His way is more clearer than Samsung Galaxy. I call him the God, is our compass. If he give you a shine, he can still give you pampers. I call him the God that plays our victory band. He does not grow old like Jagaban. He's more famous than the band. I call him Kabiesi, that bless his children with better car than Okrika. I call him Kabiesi. He's the way maker, level changer, future changer, destiny changer, unchangeable changer, history changer, nation changer, not a power ranger, future changer, not a passenger, level changer, venue changer, location changer, story changer, location changer. Can't you see? He created the sea, he calmed the sea, he parted the sea, he made the blind to see, he cleaned leprosy, he healed epilepsy. Amasi, original KBAC is not an APC, not an MPDC, not a CAC, yet is the presidency, excellency, OKCC, Masi, supremacy. It does not feel like Bakasi. It turned my affliction to affection, my temptation to decoration, my sanction to unction to function in a high dimension, my depression to impression, my shamification to glorification. Is the way changer, aka omni reliable, omni unfailable, omni undethronable, omni unstoppable, omni unpensionable, omni unremovable, omni undiable, omni unbearable. What a great God you are. Because of time, I want to adore this God in about 20 languages. I travel to Roboland. They will Robocall this God. Omeve, Ofielivie, Ofieulili, Ofielibebe, Ofielakbona, Ofielufoma, Organarekene, Organekwe, Otemunuemu, Ajeriese, Alaroswo, Omeve, Agbadaguru, Organekwe, Organamlopoe, Organariemo, Ochito. It does not eat, yet it does not grow. Organekorakovo, Jawoma, he fight for us. It does not sustain it. I travel to Hausa. The Hausas call him Zariki Motuna Jaina Tamalaika. Zariki Sarakuna, Zariki Zamalaifia, Ubengi Madokaki, Ubengi Megaskia, Alada Baba Alita, Anajiaba, Anazo Danagobe. What a great God! You are. I travel to Igbo land. The Igbos call him Okosisi Punakolota, Okalamatu, Ojenamadu, Obimbodombo, Okaome, Omekanaya, Okemiri, Okosisi Neyendu, Akune Shemba, Oshimiliataba, Ezedienze, Ezebube, Olorie, you that use fire to consume sacrifice. One no to the brother to the brotherless, the one is sick, the husband to the widows. He used blood to manufacture children. Onyeze is the mighty king. Omechiriopum Onunonu, Omarama Mazuraho, the beauty you behold, and you forget your sorrow. Oji caterpillar kuafonia. He that uses caterpillar as his shaving stick. Oji akpan to make pillow. He uses bag of nail as his pillowcase. What a great God! I go to Yoruba. The Yorubas call him Arugojo. Arugojo. Eletumari. Aladeura. Ọba títí ayé. Ọba tó tóbi tán. Abiyamọ òde ọ̀run is the mother of heaven. Our marriage, unsearchable God, àpáta ayérayé, the rock of ages, ọlọ́wọ́ gbọgbọrọ, the one with the outstretched, oníṣẹ́ ìyanu, the miracle worker, onídúrómi, is the advocate, olùdámọ̀ràn, is the advisor, olùgbàlà, is the savior, olùwòsàn, is the healer, olùlànà, is the waymaker, olùlànà, olùlànà, bàbá mi, ọlọ́run mi, olúwa mi, agbára mi, ọkàn mi, olùbádámọ̀ràn mi, bíṣọ̀bù ọkàn mi, ọba ìkú, ọba ìtì, ọba ìtìbàjẹ́. Can you jump for God? Can you give God a shout? 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 Can you jump for God? I come to Edo State. I go to Ishaland. Are there Ishan people here? Are there Ishan people here? I go to Ishaland. The Isha called him Okakanudo. Oje no noje. Eno no he. Oyo connect the woho. Oje no palo. Oje ne ikeke. Olemperi ikeke. Okpedeneka. Oje that never runs dry. Oje no hiae. King of righteousness. Oje osebedemebe. King of all ages. Otoba Osorio. The talking spirit. Okpedeneka. I come to Benin. The Benin call him Abanekpe Pankeki Yamose, Abuyi, Abito, Abemata, Abaneswebe, Abanekioma, Abanekeyinwabo, Abanekiyeke, Aketekeminorieke, Okuta Tabite, Okuta Tabite, Okuta Tabite, Okuta Tabite, Okuta Tabite, Okuta Tabite, Okuta Tabite. Senior Homonemi Isaiah, the healer that does not take a penny. Oban of the Mokuo, Nonya Nenimose, my handsome husband, the God of mystery I put my trust. Oban of Zowegi, the God that walk majestically, Etmeniwa, Okienuwa, Nonya Nenuwa, Ikakonuwa. Are there Bini people here? Bini people there. Mommy, what tribe? Bini. Or senior Homonemi Isaiah. I'm adoring your father. Can you stand? Hey. Ogide Ganimeyagaga. The giant I used to boast. Abanemu Ugotonoma. It does not bow to any man. Abanehu Enemenwe. It does not bet, he has no stain. He never died for 1 billion years, yet he has no stain. Abanefafa, he has no expiring date. Oshomole may fade, Tinubu may fade, Obaseki may fade, Okowa may fade, Tinubu may fade, Buhari may fade. He never fade. He's the same yesterday, he's the same today, he's the same forever. He's the same yesterday, he's the same today, he's the same forever. No Nyanenimose. He was God before he became God. The spirit cannot see. The eyes that sees the visible and that sees the invisible. He that travels in the spirit. What a great God! Oba no ka oba oke oba. Oba no use to memory. He created the universe and he suspended it without a pillar. Oh, when no yet back bazana no mariopia. The warrior that enters the battle without a weapon. Oh, Kiki Kanede is the giant that never fall. Oba no okwomo boya kega. He goes to battle and he returns victorious. Oba ni maga. Nemo mabe no kaki. The God we serve. Oh, God, not get person where they serve. You hear what I talk? Daddy, you hear what I talk? You know they serve anybody. Obanemu botonoma. Mommy, there is a bini. Ezenok babakba. Eyek baga meyakba. The ocean that increase size without rainfall. Eyimi no yokoki yoyan wangbe. The spirit that have 7 spirits. Erami no me maneo. The one that plays the drum for the wind. Ikakonagi tege. Utetenegi abi. The mountain that cannot be moved. Obano tota yekete. Ohiya wota boya. Can you jump for this God? Can you jump? Can you give him a shout? Can you give him a shout? Don't play the drum. Just, can you play? Every one of you stand up. Let me describe him for 2 minutes. And have I wasted your time? Papa, sir, there is a name. There is a name. The Igbos call him. Don't play drum with just the keyboard. Or play any string you can because of time. Reduce this string. More, come on. Is the spirit of the spirit. Okay, on a rockaja. The big God that eat big sacrifice. Abum ihembum. The I am that I am. Oh, you make them Gary. Now be the judge where they judge matter where they don't judge. Because you will be shooting gun and you will be blowing car. Don't worry, next time I will describe it. Don't worry, just they say my time is up. Hi, don't play anything, wait. I will do a chant if I have the opportunity to come. What do we give to this God? What do you think we should give to him? Ogemena Daze, my king, the God of riches. Obigyoame, the rock of my household. Obano yo wesame no yehwe ni koba. Either use basket to fetch water to disgrace the bucket. Obano ye Ferrari ve Lamborghini ya viwe. When I shout great Jesus, you see my hand, bang bang. You shout great. Are you ready now? When I shout great Jesus, you shout great. Are you ready now? Your voice should be very loud. Are you ready now? Your voice should be very loud. Drummer, don't be scared of the drum. Great Jesus! Great Jesus! Great Jesus! Do you know the enemy of praise is pride? That's the only enemy of praise. Oh king, why should you dance nakedly before the God of our fathers? It's pride. If you are not grateful, you are grateful. Ingratitude will affect your high altitude. When you complain, you complicate matters. But when you praise, you will be raised. And when God raise, no man can erase. I beg you, shout well. Don't be proud. Let's do this thing. Let's give him food. Great Jesus! Great Jesus! Great Jesus! Great Jesus! Great Jesus! Great Jehovah! Great Jehovah! Great Jehovah! Great Jehovah! Great, 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 great. Can you jump for God? Can you give God a shout? Can you give God a shout? Can you give God a shout? Can you give him a shout? Can you give